Ah, this happened today. That's kind of neat. We got a flat tire, completely dead flat, but I don't have a jack to lift it, and the 080's on the deck. We got a 15-minute drive to the house. Let's just get enough air in it to get there. Yep. That's a neat trick. I tried. Yeah. Well, today was the day that this screw got me. That's a cool sight. We built the 5500s. I hauled the chipper off the job last night, Saturday morning right now. I just used the newer one. Went and got the Mechlek, yeah. I want to talk about that. That chain came out of the mulcher and kind of destroyed that window. We're gonna take this rig and test out the new hitch that I got the other day on the bumper pull. We got the 2.5 inch shank there, and unfortunately she's a little loose up on there, but I don't know what you're gonna do about that. But down here, they got the rubbers and she's tight. So let's go hook up to the little buddy. Look at the pollen. Oh, mamma mia. Good job. For any of the folks wondering why I'm using this truck and this trailer, we got about an hour plus one way to go get these machines. I've already made 2 trips with the bigger goosenecks because that's what you have to haul those other ones. But I left the skid steer there for last trip so that I could use this rig, because the little buddy is, it's actually a pretty big bumper pole trailer. It's 22 feet long, so she's no little slouch. But it only weighs like 4,000 something pounds. So it's a piece of cake to pull. It's super easy, and it just makes the last drive just kind of a victory lap. All goes smoothly, which it should. The idea of having one of these little trailers has always been there. That way you can still haul somewhat heavier machines. The only downside to this, and I didn't really plan on this being a problem or even considering it, is I can't haul the track chipper on there, not weight wise. Oh, look at that nice rig. It's because I got drive over fenders. It's not a deck over. But I didn't ever plan on having it for a track chipper that's full width. But it hauls a skid steer, and that's the main machine that I wanted to be able to haul it with. And I wouldn't take the skid steer out to a job with this trailer anymore if there was other machines on site that needed the gooseneck. Because if one of those other machines broke down, then I'd have to go back home. Look at this guy. Yeah, I don't like that guy right there. I'd have to go back home and grab the gooseneck to be able to haul those other machines if one broke down. And I've had to do that before. I've had maintenance on something. So little buddy's not a full-time use for hauling equipment because not everything fits on it. Yeah, we got a little bit of a drive here. Tell you this story to tell you another story. When we went up to go get the transmission the other day for the 04, I didn't have windshield sprayers. So I thought the lines were frozen because it was winter. But turns out a rat, mouse, whatever, got in the hood and ate the boot that goes to the first sprayer. So I had to order a new one as a little kit. I get the whole kit instead of just the boots, but I got backups, whatever. But now, watch this when I get on the throttle. Let's see if it'll do it. It's hit me like 6 times for this. I ain't gonna do it now. But I got a check engine light that says service air filter. So I'll bet you I got something. There it is right there. I bet you we got a nest inside the air box. Freaking A. I have a little alarm thing underneath the hood that's supposed to scare off pests. So I'm just kind of trying to find a shady spot to pull over. It's not that hot out right now, but yesterday it was 100 apparently. Ouch. Air cleaner's fine. They've got these ram vents. Yep. Piss me off. I hate those things. So they had knocked the armature off that guy over there, so I couldn't swap it. Hopefully that stays on there. All right, let's see how the hitch behaved. Well, she's still there. All right, cool. I like it. Let's go get the tractor, bud. Might be able to load it right here without having to move the truck. Come on, boys. Where's it at? Did you see it?
Right there.
Yeah, boy.
I found it, Dad.
Atta boy. Hopefully she starts. I've been having trouble with this one holding charge. It was the tracking system's outdated on it, so it's looking for a signal that their service is not even there. Almost there, bud. Let's see if she starts first. Hopefully we don't get jump pack. No problem. You want to get up here? Where's the truck at, bud?
There's the truck right there.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, that's it.
Gotta get a little tongue weight. Right about something like that.
Sit down.
I think we're close. Gotta have the tongue weight, you know it, but you can't have too much tongue weight because you don't need it. But check this out. So this thing obviously came with some bolts in here from the factory. And for the longest time, I ran without the bolts in it because it was just tight enough tolerances in these pins. But I took them out for a job, and we took it on a road trip up north to get that purple truck. And well, these things rattled out and actually lost one of the springs, almost lost both ramps. So put these wires in there temporary, and this one was about to leave the scene as well. But I found this wire in the mulcher head just now, so I'm gonna ram it through there. This is some power line kind of stuff. I don't know where it came from, but I was just gonna run these little Miss Daisies back to the house just so it's got something. But then I looked in the mulcher head, and boom, we got something up there. So this is some tough stuff. Oh, you want to go down the ramps? Oh, we gotta get this bad boy through there. These power line wires are tougher than anything. Somebody is saying that these rattle loose and the lock mechanism comes off. I got it hidden behind that guy. She's actually in there tight. Did a little bit of research, reached out to this company. Their address is in Southern California. American made. What's going on here? The truck is still kind of beeping about that intake. All right. Oh, what do we got here? Who's this guy? You filming me? I'll film you. I don't care. See if we can do burnout out here. See this little corners. That other trailer hitch would clunk doing stuff like that, or pulling into driveways, especially if the truck's, maybe not that one because it's actually pulling it up over a crest, but if it's gonna pull into a driveway downhill and then the truck keeps getting pushed sideways by the trailer, it'll clunk the trailer hitch on the old one. We'll see, time will tell. This one's brand new and it's not worn in at all. But man, I had a check engine light when we were headed down south the other day with this thing, and ended up being an actual emissions thing. But we cleared it and it went away. But I think this rig's warranty ended in 2023, so don't tempt me. I got a V2. I will give you some sauce. Check out this hidden gem. I don't think there's any house. Oh, there's a big house up there that actually gets to overlook it from their dining room table, I guess. Check out this meadow. I guess this is pretty much dry as can possibly be during the summertime, but right now when it's green, gorgeous, you know? Up here, forest fire. Literally, you can start seeing it right there. Yeah, that was a couple years back. We actually worked, it was a one-day kind of whatever job, just kind of getting some cedars out this burned down house lot there. Neighbor had a couple of classics, got burnt down though. Got some steep grades up through here, down through here. Had to chip her down into second gear. She's singing a little bit. It was a 30 mile an hour, almost wrapped out. You know it's a steep hill when you got to go to second. This is how you clean the pipes out on a truck right here. The warning buzzer stopped coming on for the air box after I messed with it again, or after I shut the truck off rather. We'll click her down into fourth gear and just let her eat. This guy is kind of a punk. Passed me right at the tail end of the passing lane. Oh, canine. Good, you have a dog. I should get my canine sticker. I got a dog. Man. This is a good hill right here. I forget what the percentage is. Held 50. That's pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. It's there's been a lot of rigs that have been deleted on that hill. So the hitch, when I pulled up to the intersection to get on the highway back there, it actually, it felt fine, and I wanted to take off and went clunk. The trailer didn't fall off, so I think it's just sliding around a little bit in the receiver. Yep, get out of the way, Chevy. Look at that. Oh, man, firsty. Well, we made it back to the house. I'll tell you what, this hitch, it's got a couple little rattles, but I feel like all of those adjustables, no matter which ones you get, I think this one's actually rattling around inside. I don't know. We can't really fit in here. I wanted to get a photo, but we'll back her up, make it good enough. Anyway. What is beeping? Wait, the sensors. Quiet. Anyway, like I was saying, all these adjustable hitches, they kind of rattle. And I'm going to say this one rattles as well, but not nearly as bad as those two right there. That one's really bad since it's upside down. It's that dang shank is too small for the sleeve. So, obviously, I only got one truck that's got the 2.5-inch receiver on it. So, the one that's in the truck I'm not going to no longer need. So, I have sold it to my cousin because he could use it. Honey, what do you open this book? Here we go. This thing is an absolute hoss, judging from the photos. Anyway, check this out. Not only is this thing heavier duty, it's got extra steel where it should, and it's got a slop deleter on it. This thing's a beefcake. All right, there's my free pin that the other company offered me. This one comes standard with it. The two hardened standard ones. This one's got a cast turnover ball, and it also has an Allen. What's that for, you might ask? Let's see if my one hand can. Nope, it can't. 1/4 inch. Looks like I went to 3/8 right there. Holy jeez. Just for reference. 1/4. Holy crap. Now you're going to tell me, where is weakness in that whole thing? Where? Cast, super, super strong. 20K on the 2-inch. 28K on the big ball. Rubber absorbers to keep it from rattling. Look at this thing. It barely even sticks out. Look at that, barely sticks out past that there. That's the edge. This one sticks out like an extra inch plus. Let's run the set screw down. That is what? Let's just give her a little bit right there. That is incredibly satisfying. So when people were saying, hey, that pin right there, that sucker rattles, the lock, rattle off, fall off. Well, check this out. Let me loosen her back up and we'll get this pin slid all the way over. Tighten this sucker down. It's pulling on this now. I don't want to go too much, but look, you can't move that now. Double feature. All right, it's a little update time on the hitches we're going to start off with, and then we're going to go over and talk about the 3500. So the hitches themselves, I started with these bullets, and they were good, but they're not the same as they used to, and I'll show you why. Because these old style design, they have a wider stance on the spread right here for the pins, so they got a better leverage. You know, it works more in their favor because they're spread wider. Also, the center shank here goes all the way back in underneath the pin. There's just more steel there. That's what I'm getting at. But I went ahead and upgraded the new truck to one of these XBEs, and the one with the locking pin, that thing's tight. These things are good to go. You can hear those rattle around, but for the most part, significant improvement. But I did find the weakness. The pins they use, mild steel, and I bent one of them towing the 12 the other day. So that's about 20,000 with the little buddy, just like you saw. I replaced them out with the ones off the bullet hitches, and I haven't bent one since. So they use mild when they should use pin steel that is quite a bit tougher. But let's go ahead and end this video out talking about the 3500. Now, I bought this truck for main purpose, daily driver, but at the time I couldn't justify the price tag to just spend it on something that was more or less a car. So I opted to get the 3500 dually, high output. I freaking love this truck. And up until recently, I've had zero issues with it whatsoever. But I had the mouse issue, which was kind of my fault for not, driving the truck enough or whatever. But now at 65,000 miles, we're starting to hit a little bit of issues with emissions. Now, the factory warranty expired sometime within this last year, or maybe even last. I bought the truck in 2018. And yeah, so I'd like to keep this truck as plain Jane, as simple as possible, and not mess with anything, because once you get on that rabbit trail, it gets a little dicey. But I made a run yesterday, which was about 5-hour round trip, and the mouse issue and the airbox taken care of. Did a full service on the truck. We're good there. But we had a check engine light for what happened amidst all that stuff the other day. The NOx sensor on the downstream side was actually giving a bad reading, which is a failed sensor. So it wouldn't let me remote start the truck. It's 100 and something degrees. And I'll just say this truck is a daily driver, but majority of the time that it does get used, it'll go on, a 6-hour round trip towing the trailer, or we'll go a camping trip that was even longer than that, towing the toy hauler. And this truck has just been outstanding. I freaking love it. And people, say, well, you should probably just upgrade this truck. It's getting a little dated. No, it's definitely not. The interior is still pristine, bought and paid for on all the rigs. I'd say you can't argue that. If you got something bought and paid for, why trade up to something that's just literally about the same when it's just going to cost you another 30 grand to do that? It just doesn't make any sense. I love this truck. But this is the crossroads we're at now. I got the new sensor. It's ordered up. We're going to fix it and try to make it right. And if I have any more issues that follow suit from that, I think you see where I'm heading. Warranty's out. Let's let this thing maybe just a little bit. But I want to give you a simple example where the automotive industry is different than the equipment side of things. So you could have a truck, you get 100,000 mile bumper to bumper extended warranty or whatever. That's what I ended up being, a 5-year full coverage bumper to bumper, versus your standard coverage is only 3-year 36,000 miles or something like that. But you pay extra money, you get a full coverage up to 100, includes everything. But when you get a tractor, you get a couple year bumper to bumper, and then that's with a, that's all right. But the main thing is to keep those stupid emissions going. They have the emissions warranty is longer than that. And I had the 12 went down the other day because of emission stuff. The DEF header, which is the big old concoction that goes in the DEF tank, that's got the circulator, it's got the pump, it's got the heater, it's got the level gauge, it's got all that in there. Something went out in that, check engine light, D-rate, machine only had 10%. Call the boys at Global. They said, well, emissions are still under warranty on that machine. That's normally a $3,000 part, but here you go. I said, oh, thank God, because if that wasn't covered under warranty, you know what only cost $2,000? Yeah, you can make the machine talk to you for 2/3 the price of it just continually being beat down. These emissions things are absolute ridiculous. I'm gonna have to make a video really going some insight on it. Just the resources expended for trying to cap something that was burning clean to start off with was simple tuning, whatever. But anyway, that's where we're at. The hitches are actually doing great. This truck, right now, it sparks a check engine light pretty quick. And I hate that. I absolutely hate seeing check engine light. So I'm going to end this video here. Comment below what you guys think about this thing going without, restrictions in and out. I don't want to pop its cherry, but I think it might be time. Maybe. If you made it this far in the video, say your thoughts. Open her up. See ya.